Hi, friend. If you're not thriving, this is for you. If you're stuck in a pattern you haven't been able to break, but you've wanted to, this is for you. If you're living in high stress, high anxiety, or survival mode, that can end right here. For years, I was living paycheck to paycheck, not because I wasn't working hard, but because I was always in survival mode. I was burnt out, I was exhausted, and I couldn't even afford basic needs a lot of the times. I tried mindset work, affirmations, meditation, energy work, and while sometimes I felt better in the moment, nothing truly stuck because my nervous system was still wired for fear, scarcity, and urgency. Everything changed though when I started to practice coherence on purpose and consistently. That's when my mindset shifts actually stuck. That's when I stopped putting out fires and started to live in alignment with confidence, calm, and clarity. And that's what my cohort is all about. That's what's possible for you too. This isn't fluff. It's evidence-based somatic practice. Coherence isn't just a buzzword. It's your body's natural state when your heart, brain, and nervous system are working together. And let's be real, we're constantly being pulled out of that state. The world is designed to keep us in survival mode through fear-based headlines, doom scrolling, relentless notifications, productivity pressure, toxic comparison on social media, urgent emails that aren't actually urgent, and systems that benefit from our burnout. It's not by accident. When you're dysregulated, you're easier to manipulate, easier to sell to, easier to control. But when you're in coherence, you get your energy and your power back. You can think clearly, take action without panic, speak up, be creative, and rest. It's not magic. Your system is finally functioning as it was designed to, and that makes you powerful. If you think, I don't have time for this, you do. It's just hiding in your current patterns. If you spend 20 minutes a day doom scrolling, checking emails you don't plan to respond to, watching Netflix to numb out, or spiraling in your head about how much you have to do, you do have time. This cohort is 30 minutes a week. That's less time than one episode of a show you've probably already rewatched. What if you use those 30 minutes to train your nervous system to stop spiraling and to actually regain your energy? Let's be clear, this isn't about shame. It's about reclaiming your time from the things that are not working, and investing in it will actually change your experience of time, energy, and life. This is about getting out of scarcity. This is about showing yourself that you do have time. How would shifting into knowing that you do have time for change benefit your life for the better? What about thinking, I don't have money to invest in this? You probably do, but you don't think you do, because survival mode lies to you. When I first started my business, I had $200 in my bank account and I couldn't justify applying for my business license without fear. I was terrified of running out of money, but someone told me you have enough, and I chose to believe them. If you're living in a cycle of just getting by, not enoughness, and financial fear, this work is exactly what starts to change that. Because a nervous system in fight, flight, fawn, or freeze will always just attract enough to solve the next problem. But a regulated system, it's creative, clear, resourceful. It makes aligned decisions and receives differently. Investing in this cohort or for yourself isn't just support. It's a decision to break out of a cycle of I can't afford it and learn to create what you need when you need it. It's about empowering yourself and remembering how to tap into that unlimited well of inner resources. What if you're thinking, will this really work for me? Well, will you work it? These tools are evidence-based. They're simple, accessible, and designed for real life. But if you have to show up, you have to practice. Have you tried this kind of work before? Have you tried doing it consistently? Or were you just doing it half-ass? Were you distracted? Did you give it 4 weeks of consistent supported practice? What about 6 months of consistent practice? Did you have a community, replays, a guide, accountability? Maybe not. This is your chance to give it your all and not just learn practices, but to truly integrate those practices into your life. Not perfectly and not all at once, but with repetition, consistency, and support. And when you work this, it will work for you. If you want to do something different or have something different, you need to try something different. So the Stop, Drop, Create Coherence is a 4-week container to regulate your nervous system and interrupt survival mode. It's 30 minutes of weekly sessions plus 6 months of replays so you can repeat the practice until it becomes part of your routine. This is a gym for your nervous system. Think about what could shift for you if you use the replays for 6 months. Take a moment and just think about that. You might walk away and go from just getting by to thriving. You'll stop reacting and start creating. What used to spike your anxiety, it won't. You'll have more clarity, more peace, more agency. This is how you increase your responsibility and reclaim your personal power regardless of circumstances. We start next Saturday on August 2nd. Don't wait. The longer you postpone this, the longer you postpone everything you want to create. This could be the moment you look back on as the one where everything shifted for the better. Click the link that I've provided below or send me a message if you have any questions. And if you're thinking of someone else who's living in the narrative of not enough, someone who is experiencing anxiety, burnout, or overwhelm right now, someone that feels hopeless, doesn't know how to proceed, or is living in consistent worry about circumstances and what's going on around them, send this to them. Let's thrive together. This is how it starts. This is how everything changes. Real transformation does not come from doing something once. It comes from conditioning and consistency. That's why the 6 months of replays are so powerful. This isn't just something you experience one and hope it sticks. It's something you train into your system, just like building muscle at the gym. Coherence becomes your baseline through repetition. And with every repetition, you'll feel stronger, calmer, and more in charge of your energy. And that's power. Join us. I look forward